That's right, next you tune in to Rockland World Radio, broadcasting to you from the Nyack Village Theater. I'd like to welcome to our studio special guests, E-Prosounds. How y'all doing, boys? All right, nice to meet y'all.
Hey, how you doing?
Introduce you guys, Mr. Ellie. Start with you.
My name's Ellie, also known as E-Prosounds, rapper, producer from Rockland County, and I'm with my manager, Matt Selsky, and my DJ, Matt Davidowitz.
All right, welcome, boys.
Hey.
Mr. E-Prosounds himself. We're listening to some of your E-Prosounds at the moment now, right?
Yeah.
But it's not all so ambient and
yeah, it's a mix. It's like more it's like kind of like down tempo hip hop, or like I mean, a lot of the samples I use are just like kind of like melodic stuff. But the drums are very like hard, like hard hitting drums.
Yeah, like even in this track you got the big snare sound.
Yeah, sorry.
That's cool. Where do you get your samples from?
Most of the drums and stuff, a lot of like drum breaks.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the other hip hop songs sample,
From records?
Yeah, from records and stuff like that, like old records, and like for the samples, like from everything, like anything from like
Right.
jazz, soul, foreign soundtracks, anything I can find cool sounds from. Let's like look it up.
Yeah, tons of cool sounds in all in the world to be.
There's a lot of sounds to look for.
And you're no stranger to this stage. You've performed here at the Nyack Village Theater a few weeks ago in a show with Jahedo, and there's one coming up June 15th here at the Nyack Village Theater.
Yeah.
Also featuring Jahedo and our E-Prosounds here.
Yeah.
Stoked for that.
Yeah.
You got some other shows coming up too. What do you got?
Yeah, we have a showcase next Sunday night, June 2nd, at the Delancey on Delancey Street in the Lower East Side. We'll be playing around 11:30. We're playing with some other artists, some other artists like Skip Whitman and some other cats I'm not really too familiar with, but a lot of local New York City rappers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I bet there's a lot of local New York City rappers.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure. It's good to represent Rockland County down there too, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Cool. So what's new with you? You got new music coming out, or what?
Yeah, definitely. Right now I'm working on a new album. I'm gonna be handling all the production as well as all the raps. In the past, for the past year and a half, 2 years, I've just been releasing just mostly instrumental albums. So just mostly just my beats, and the last album I put out, I had 2 rap songs on there, and we made music videos for that.
Cool.
And so now I'm just really focused and just going to the studio and recording raps, and hope to put out a full length album.
Yeah, that's good. You gotta stay focused, especially while you're in the studio. You're paying for that studio time.
Definitely. Yeah.
Might as well make good use of it.
Yeah.
I saw that video for You Ain't Doing That.
Oh yeah.
That's a pretty good track.
Yeah. Thanks.
Is that a pretty recent thing or what?
That song. I recorded that probably back in the winter time, but
cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that video seems like pretty barren and stuff.
Yeah.
We'll show here on Rockland World Radio.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
We'll definitely play you some of your music on our program, New Music Monday.
Awesome.
Broadcasts live Mondays at 3 p.m. So who else do we have here? We have
My name's Matt. Good friends of Ellie. We've been friends for a while, since 10th, 11th grade, but we never really. Ellie's one person I know that's always been into this hip hop game, just from day one, and knows his stuff, producer-wise, digging records, vinyl digging, and everything like that. But I don't know. We just started growing up. We just started listening to experimental music and different stuff, and then we just totally I think emerged, and you just totally topped it with hip hop and creating hip hop, and so he's always had potential, and I think
that's how you approached hip hop, from that experimental, or was it the other way around?
I don't know if I'd say he did, but I know that I did, and I never really listened to as much hip hop as he has, but he's
just in general, I'm just a big fan of music, and I've always been a really big fan of hip hop, way back when I was a kid, and I'm always just looking for new stuff and stuff that challenges me as a listener and inspires me to make art like that. So
yeah, that's great. That's the sign of a good listener, a good musician, a good artist for sure. You want to learn about what
definitely.
you're doing.
I'm always going to the past, looking at old stuff, looking at old 12 inches, and just really getting into the history of hip hop and other music like soul and rock music. Like I'm a fan of everything. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
because to see the evolution, how
definitely.
hip-hop grew out of
Definitely, yeah.
so that soul music and funk music and all this.
Like coming from like going all the way back to like the like early '70s and like the park jams in the South Bronx, like Cool Herc and like Africa Bambaataa, like stuff like that. That stuff is like what I think is like the best.
Yeah.
Because like it's like the real, like, you know, like I mean just the beats, the breaks they're playing, and I mean in my opinion like hip hop, it's like I mean. Like the kind of stuff I do, like I try to like incorporate like what I would call like the DNA of hip hop, which is like the real, like the breaks and the original samples they all used back in the block parties back in the day.
Right, and that's local stuff too. That's coming out of the Bronx.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And just like those kind of sounds that you feel like there's these drum loops or these certain samples, like they trigger a response, like at least in my brain, that just like it takes me back, and like it's like kind of like it's like sounds that like it's like universally like everyone can just get down to. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the sense of sound in general is the most like you can recall a whole memory just by hearing something.
Yeah, like if I just hear one drum break that like I've heard a million times, I still can get down to it. You know what I mean? It's so funky. So that's what I love about hip hop. It's like you can just recycle, and it's like kind of like it's like what I compare it to is like it's like audio collage in a way. You know what I mean? It's like I can take like you know, drums from one track and then a couple samples from another track, and I can take vocals from another track, or you know, and just combine it and make it my own thing. You know, make it completely original. So that's what
it's very limitless, right?
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of fun, and I think it's just like hip hop when it comes to sampling. It's like I feel like the sample based part of it makes it like it's like the essence of it. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like if you make like a song where like a hip hop song where like you use all live instruments, it doesn't really sound the same as you would if you just take it from all the old records. You know what I mean? It just loses that grittiness to it.
Yeah, you listen to the roots, and that sounds just, you know, just current. Because, you know, they play music that takes on these traditions, but it's not actually using these sounds.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of stuff like out now, I mean, I do like it, but for me, I just like, I just love like sampling, and I just like, because I mean, it's just something about the way the sounds of, like, I mean, it's just like I was saying before, like it just triggers like a response. Like, you know
absolutely.
What I mean? Like, so.
And probably your DJ Matthew would know.
Yeah, I'm Matthew Davidowitz. I spin under the guys Hep C for E-Prosounds. I was just put on like a couple months ago. I've been like helping manage like booking shows, and I spin live on like Technic turntables, like vinyl and stuff. So I've been spinning for like 4 or 5 years up in Albany and New Paltz, and mostly like house music and stuff, like UK based. But it's really awesome to be put on with these guys because I've known them since high school and stuff. So and we were like chilling beforehand anyway. So now being able to spin for him gives him like more creative freedom to be able to make the music and then say whatever he wants to say like over it and everything. So
it's good to go back with. So you guys go back to high school and stuff.
Yeah.
Know each other.
Strong connection.
Yeah, we actually for a while.
And there's like not a lot of kids in like high school really doing much, especially with like music, especially in Rockland. So it's like
hip hop.
Besides Nyack, there's really nothing like in music.
We're lucky here. We got some good
definitely
rock bands, hip hop groups coming through here. Yeah. And you know, like you say, it's really just in Nyack, and that's kind of my impression too. You can just walk down the street and there's really decent music going on.
Yeah, the scene here is definitely inspiring to me. I've always loved coming down to Nyack for various reasons, and music is definitely my favorite.
Yeah, good.
And there's a lot of potential.
So wait, you're from New Paltz? Is that what you said?
Me?
Where you're from?
No. We're from right here in Rockland. I'm from New City.
New City.
So
oh, you're
ventured our way up to Vermont for college, and he did as well. So we were up there around the same area, and then just
where UVM? Where'd you go?
Yeah, I went to UVM.
I went to school, in Castleton, different area of Vermont, but we were primarily close.
Yeah,
we actually got into a little like music group over there. Remember that? That experimental.
Yeah, like I've had many different projects I've worked on in the past. Like I used to have this project called Nuggies. That was just basically, it was like noise rock, experimental stuff like that.
Like shoegaze stuff?
Yeah, kind of, but just more abrasive and just like sampling, like stuff like that. So I've always been, I mean, I've done a whole bunch of music, like from just even synth stuff to just like, I mean, always like hip hop's just like always the one thing I've loved the most of anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Have you written songs, like lyrics in other genres? Or?
Nah, I mean, that's the one thing I've always hasn't really been good at, is like writing like song lyrics that I sing. You know what I mean? I just can't take myself seriously in that regard. You know what I mean? But when it comes to rapping, I mean, I've been like coming up with rhymes in my head since I can remember. I was like a little kid. So
it's a totally different skill, singing to rhyme.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. I've been probably rapping and like rhyming way before I even started like making beats and stuff like that.
Cool.
So I guess like it kind of took me a while to like get like the skills enough to actually like writing rap songs and making it like work really well.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, going back, what's like the first hip hop that you heard that you thought like,
first hip hop
I
that I
want to do
heard?
this?
That made me really want to make music.
Yeah.
Probably like listening to stuff like Madlib and stuff like that, and like J Dilla and like DJ Premier, like stuff like that. Like their beats, just like especially like DJ Premier, like stuff like that. Just like, I mean, that's just really inspiring. And maybe it always makes you go crazy, like you know.
And was it the beats kind of that?
Yeah, it's like each producer has their own like skill. Like I'd say a guy like DJ Premier, what I really like about him is the way he like manipulates the drum breaks, and like his beats are just, his drums are so hard hitting that like you know it's like a Premier track when you hear it.
Nice.
And like someone like a Madlib, he's one that's like really experimental and uses these really like out like left field samples and weird vocal samples, which I really like. And like, you know, a lot of like New York East Coast underground producers with like it's more like dark, gloomy, like ambient kind of style. Like that's what I'm really like to. I like kind of like the hip hop that like there's like a kind of like a feeling to it. You know, it's not just like I mean I like, it's not like just like a party track. You know, I do like that stuff. I mean, I think there's like there's a time and place for both of that. You know what I mean? But like when I just want to, as like a listener and a fan, I'd rather just listen to like old school hip hop or underground and stuff like, you know, stuff like that.